Institute. Today I will present our assessment of greenhouse gas sequestration and storage in the vegetation zones of Korea national parks. I will explain our method and the result later. The global paradigm is 2050 carbon neutrality. South Korea has committed to 53 to 61% emission reduction by 2035 relative to 2018 levels. The plan included a complete phase out of 62 coal power plants. To achieve this, 96 countries use nature-based solutions for mitigation. Therefore, Korea national parks are transitioning into scientific managed carbon sink to meet these national climate targets. We calculate the ecosystem carbon budget using a specific formula. First, plant absorption. Photosynthesis pulls CO2 from the atmosphere into the plant. We define this as income. Second, soil emission. Soil microbial respiration release CO2 back into the atmosphere. So we define this as expenses. Ecosystem net CO2 absorption equals plant absorption minus soil emission. So this is the net profit. The carbon banked in leaves, stems, roots, dead wood, and soil is the storage or assets. We compare methodology globally. The United States used flush towers in the Everglades National Park and satellite imaging in the Yellowstone National Park. But Korea utilized direct investigation across all 23 national parks. We are conducting nationwide direct investigation across all biological components, leaves, roots, and dead wood, soil, and litter layer. So this process aims for IPCC Tier 3 level methodological precision. The evaluation framework consists of 3 phases. Phase 1 occurred in 2021. We applied methodology to evaluate baseline carbon storage across park habitat types. And phase 2 was in 2022. We established permanent vegetation plots and standardized soil carbon emission measurement protocols. And phase 3 runs from 2023 to 2025. In this phase, we calculate the absolute net carbon absorption for the 23 national parks. We categorize the national parks into 7 habitat types. These are 1. Broadleaf forest, 2. coniferous forest, 3. Mixed forest, 4. Artificial plantations composed of large, 5. Subalpine coniferous forest, 6. Mountain wetland, and 7. grasslands. Based on these categories, we placed 232 standard survey plots across the 23 national parks. Our direct investigation follows three field measurement protocols. Number one, vegetation carbon. We survey all trees with a diameter at breast height greater than 6 centimeters. We measure species, height, and mortality. We use biomass equation to calculate annual absorption. Number two, soil carbon. We conduct litter sampling in 30 by 30 centimeters area, and we extract 50 centimeter deep soil cores. The samples are analyzed via dry combustion elemental analyzer. Number three, soil respiration. We measure CO2 emissions 5 times a year in March, May, July, September, and November. We localize soil temperature concurrently. And we review the data statistically. The species area curve demonstrates plot adequacy as the number of subplots approaches 232. The discovery rate of new species flattens out. This validates the sample size. Through the survey, we identified 126 plant species. Statistical analysis clustered these communities into 4 groups. The grouping is driven by elevation and litter layer height and soil carbon content. So this slide shows the quantitative result, or the green balance sheet of Korean National Park. The total evaluated area is 380,000 hectares. Total carbon storage is 327 million CO2 tons. This consists of 206 million tons in vegetation and 121 million tons in soil. Regarding annual flow, total annual absorption is 5,049,000 tons per year. Total annual emissions are 3,034,000 tons per year. Therefore, the net annual absorption is 2,015,000 CO2 tons per year. So the per hectare rate is 5.21 tons per year. The net absorption varies by habitat type. Broadleaf forest cover 229 hectares. Their net absorption rate is 5.04 tons per hectare per year. And coniferous forest cover 81 hectares with a rate of 3.84 tons. And mixed forest yield 7.14 tons per hectare. And artificial plantations cover 11,000 hectares. They exhibit the highest net absorption rate at 8.69 tons per hectare per year, but the biodiversity in this plantation is very low. we benchmark these results globally. Korea National Park store up to 1.4 times more carbon than the global average for temperate coniferous forest, and the storage reaches 58 to 72% of tropical broadleaf forest capacity. The net absorption actively outperforms the IPCC's established annual baselines for natural coniferous forests in North America and Europe. So this data proves Korea protected areas are effective climate mitigation engines fulfill IUCN guidelines. Our current research has specific limitations. First, the survey requires rolling evaluation over 2 to 4 years, so creating temporal variance. Second, we relied on international allometric equation due to a lack of standard domestic equations. And third, we lack comprehensive tree age data. So these limitations define our future research imperative. We will study how distinct management practice in artificial plantations impact local biodiversity. We will also study how forest maturity and old growth status alter greenhouse gas absorption. To address these limitations, we are transitioning to an advanced carbon modeling system using multi-scale remote sensing. This system operates on 4 levels. First, spaceborne laser scanning via satellite provide macro scale national measurement. Second, airborne laser scanning via planes captures regional park scale topography. Third, UAV or drone laser scanning conducts high resolution canopy scanning. Fourth, terrestrial laser scanning gathers individual tree levels structural data. So in conclusion, the data demonstrates that national parks are the primary engines for national and global climate survival. The Korea National Park Service framework proves that Tier 3 level direct investigation transforms nature into an accountable and manageable climate asset. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Park, and that ends our lecture series for this afternoon. So, some reminders before we have our snack at the back, and if you could open your program book. We will be having your free time at 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. And there will be dinner at 6 p.m. at Circa Residence Hotel, followed by a networking reports at the SRH rooftop. Also, some reminders for tomorrow's activities. We will travel to Makiling Botanic Garden by 7 o'clock in the morning. So please be here at 7 o'clock in the morning at Circa. We can have the vehicles at SRH. Okay. So breakfast will be 6 o'clock to 7 a.m. Then 7 a.m. to 7:30 travel to Makiling Botanic Garden. The vehicle will go to SRH, Circa Residence Hotel. So please be there on time. So have your breakfast early. By 7:30, we will be having the lecture and the field study at the Mount Makiling Forest Reserve, and there will be a hiking activity. So for the reminder for the hiking activity, please wear Crocs or rubber shoes or sandals that can withstand walking along the trail. Also, if you can use your mosquito repellent lotion, you can do that also. Okay, so, and also the umbrella if you have, and comfortable clothes for the hiking. After that, there will be lectures in the afternoon. Okay? Yes, Prof.
Okay, so I'll add on again in English and Korean, just for the Korean participant. Today, after this, we can walk and take time, free time until 6. And the dinner is the same restaurant as yesterday. Okay? We put that networking report at 7:30, but that's actually beer night. We cannot put on the program, so we put the networking. Okay, so we will ask how you feel about that so far. So it's just gathering and the ice breaking beer party at night. Tomorrow we start very early because we have to go to hike Mount actually, but not onto the top. Okay, so just like Soy said now, we already displayed with you the rain wear, right? Raincoat. And then if you have the shoes or the Crocs, because it may be raining or it may be get wet, so you have to be prepared. Inside, prepare on some screen, any protective things that you can find. From the hotel, we'll start at 7 o'clock sharp. Okay, so don't be late. Okay, 7 o'clock sharp. And it takes about 30 minutes. If you're fast on foot, 20 minutes. It's only 1.5 kilometers away on the way. So when you're getting into the botanical garden, we'll have a lecture. You can take a rest a little bit, 30 minutes, and then we'll walk again to the study side. Okay? So you see in the morning many people actually jogging there. It's not very hard. Don't be afraid. Okay? You need to do exercise. Okay? So in the morning time we do that and then come back and then having lunch and then later in the afternoon we'll get the lecture. Okay? So I'll repeat that in Korean again. 한국 분들 위해서 오늘 저녁 6시까지는 못 참고 아까 아침에 보니까 딴짓하고 있다가 못 찾아오더라고. 한국말로 다시 한번 해줄 테니까 정확히 따라주길 바래요. 6시에 저녁 식사는 어디 한 곳에서 하고 7시 반부터 비어 파티를 합니다. 내일 아침 6시에 식사하고 호텔 로비에 7시에 모여서 산에 올라가는데 1.5km밖에 안 돼요. 조깅하듯이 올라가서 거기 싱글런에서 강의 하나 듣고 거기서 한 30분 정도 올라가서 여기 장기 생태 연구하는 사이트 보고 내려올 거예요. 그래서 비가 올 수도 있으니까 레인코트라든가 장화 그 다음에 모기 있으니까 알아서 잘 챙겨갖고 오고 점심 먹고 나서는 오후에 여기 와서 다시 강의를 듣는다. 됐죠? Okay. So now it's free to go. You can look around and spend time, but make sure you come to the restaurant by 6 so you can have a dinner and then we'll talk informal beer party. Okay, thank you.
또 뵙겠습니다. 차로 누가
왔어요. 기사 저희 기사 한 명 있어.
저기 저녁 때 되면 또 많이 막히잖아.
네네네.
많이 가더라고요.
네네. 또 저희도 내일 아침에 또 준비할 일정도 좀 있어가지고 가보겠습니다.
수고 많이 했어요.
네네네.
고마워요.
조심해 주십시오.
네, 네.